ND. Now, that's not surprising because this is based on that NV platform from Nissan. You have the Evalia from Nissan on the same platform, and globally it's used in its various avatars primarily for people moving. And so that's the kind of attribute that even Ashok Leyland wants to play up with this car. Remember, it's been chosen as the New York cab recently, so all New York yellow cabs will soon be based on the same platform as well. So ample space at the back. You've got 7- and 8-seater configurations, an Indian market demand to have those bucket seats in the second row, so you've got those as well as an option. And in the front, I won't say that this is the most comfortable driving position because it's a little upright and it's a little truck-like, especially the angle at which the steering sits. So that's like the Evalia. It's a short gear stalk here, and that's convenient because it's easy to reach, and the gearing is also not so bad. I mean, I would have liked to have a 6th gear, but let's not forget that this is supposed to be an economical model. So all of that works fairly well. The ride height and position is a little awkward, but ride comfort and overall suspension settings have been done pretty well.
The Stile is essentially a people mover, so don't expect 4 wood and leather seat trim. The cabin is airy, flexible and very roomy. The seating is a bit upright, but not terribly uncomfortable. I am very disappointed though that despite throwing in such a big USP over the Evalia in the form of that rear AC vent, the overall fit and finish and plastic quality of that vent tower is shoddy and cheap, unlike the rest of the dash and door plastics, which are actually pretty good. The car drives well, has a solid feel and turns easily too. It doesn't have the overall drivability of the Innova, but it is miles ahead of the rest. After all, it too is a Japanese engineered product at the end of the day. And the powertrain uses the now familiar block on Indian roads. The numbers are healthy and it shows up on the road.
Now the Stile has certainly taken its time coming to the market because we first showed it to you from the Auto Expo in January 2012. Compare it to the vehicle it's based on and it certainly looks very different, and at that time too I remember making this point that the front grille and just the way that it's been finished off in terms of its detail, it's very attractive. It almost looks like somebody took that kind of a car to someone like Dilip Chhabria to completely rework it and make it more stylish, more attractive, which is interesting given the fact that the Evalia is supposed to be more upmarket and the Stile is supposed to be very much for the fleet buyer. Now, quick word about the name Stile. It started off as being Stile, the Italian sort of a name or nomenclature, but somewhere along the way, the guys at Ashok Leyland just decided that, you know what, it's not going to work. People are just going to read that as style in India, so let's just call it Stile. So that's all right. I think that's a good idea in some senses. Very Evalia-like in terms of overall proportions and shape, and there are a few differences though that you see in the metal. Again, that's a good thing because when you open it up, you get an instant sense of space, and from the outside also the metal conveys that, so that's one good thing. Come around to the back, and this is where things start getting a little bit boring in terms of styling because it's a huge door at the rear. You do have the Stile badging back here and a nice prominent Ashok Leyland badging. Again, that's something different, isn't it, for this segment. And open up the rear hatch and you can see that even with the third row of seats, there is a fairly respectable sort of space for cargo. So big suitcases, etc., nice airport pickup vehicle. It does fill all of those requirements and fits that kind of a need that fleet buyers especially will have from a vehicle like this.